Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, we are from group 2 and in this occasion we will present about our discussion. The material is theoretical study and research hypothesis. Firstly, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Ayoe Fatsinta and my friends are Karima Khoirunnisa, Rembulan, Permata, Octalia and Ade Eky Setiaji. And our today's contents are theory basis, thinking framework, relevant research, and research hypothesis. First, we will discuss about theory basis. The definition of theory based on Ayoe and Miskel, they are defines that theory is a set of interrelated concepts, assumptions, and generalizations that systematically describe and explain regularities in behavior in organization. Newman in Sugiono 2010 says that theory is a set of constructs or concepts, definition, and proposition that function to see phenomena systematically through the specification of the relationship between variables so that they can be useful for explaining and predicting phenomena. So in generally, theory is a general conceptualization or system of understanding obtained through a systematic way. There are three kinds of theories based on Mark. The first is deductive theory. Deductive theory provides information starting from a certain prediction or speculative thought in the direction to the data that will be explained. The second is inductive theory. And inductive theory is a way of explaining from data to theory. In an extreme form, this positivistic point of view is found in the behaviorists. And the last is functional theory. Here appears an interaction of influence between data and theoretical estimates, that is, data influence theory formation and the theory influence the data. The next is description of the theory. The theory descriptions in a study is a systematic description of the theory that is not just the opinion of an expert or book author and the research results that are relevant to the variable studied. The description of the theory at least contains an explanation of the variable studied through definition and description of various references, so that the scope, position, and prediction of the relationship between the variables to be studied become clear and more direct. And here is the step to be able to describe theory. The first is we have to determine the name of the variable under study and the number of variables. The second is look for reading sources that are relevant to each variable being studied. The next is look at the table of contents for each book and select a topic relevant to each variable being studied. The next is look for the definition of each variable, and after that we compare one source with another and choose a definition that is in accordance with the research to be carried out. The next is read the entire contents of the book topic according to the variables studied and do a reflection analysis and make a formula in your own language about the content of each data source read. The last is describe theories that have been read from various sources in written form in our own language. The source of reading that are cited or used as a basis for describing the theory should be listed. Next is level and focus of theory. Newman in Sugiono 2010 states the level of theory into three, namely micro, meso, and macro. Micro level theory is the small slice of time, space, or a number of people. The concepts that used are usually not very abstract. Meso-level theory is attempts to link macro and micro levels or to operate at an intermediate level. And the last is macro-level theory that is concerned to the operation of larger aggregates such as social institutions, entire culture system, and whole societies. Furthermore, the focus of the theory is divided into three, namely substantive theory, formal theory, and middle-range theory. Substantive theory was developed for specific areas of social concern, such as surrender hurts, strike, divorce, or racial relations. And the formal theory was developed for broad conceptual areas in general theory, such as defiance, socialization, or power. And the last is middle range theory that can be formal or substantive. Middle range theory is basically used in sociology to guide empirical investigation, and the theory used to formulation of hypotheses to be tested through the data collection is substantive theory because this theory focuses more on the object to be studied. And the next is the use of theory in research. In relation to research activities, the first function theory is used to clarify and chart the scope or construct of the variables to be studied. And the second function of theory is to formulate hypotheses and construct research instruments because basically the hypothesis is a predictive statement. Furthermore, the third theoretical function is used to hold and discuss the result of the research so that it is used to provide suggestion and problem-solving efforts. In a systematic research, the theoretical basis consists of literature study, thinking framework, relevant research, and research hypothesis. So here the literature study. Literature study is used in variety of terms by experts, including what is known as literature review, theoretical study, and theoretical review. The use of these terms basically refers to the general effort that must be based to get theories that are relevant to the research topic. Literature study includes a general process, namely systematically identifying theories, finding literature, and analyzing documents that contain information related to the research topic. And here's the function of literature studies. The first is provide a conception or theoretical framework for the planned research. The second is providing information about previous research related to the carried out research. The third is gives self-confidence to researchers because through a literature review, all constructs related to the research are available. The next is provide information about methods, population and samples, instrument and data analysis used in previous research. The last is provide findings, research conclusions that are connected with our finding and conclusion. And that's all that I can say. The next material will be delivered by Karima Khoirunnisa. Thank you.